Hi everyone, I'm Margarita Muradova, a personal stylist and fashion consultant from Kyiv, Ukraine. And in today's video, we're gonna start a how to find your style series. When in a series of videos, I'm going to showcase you the whole path to finding one's style. This is definitely something that's, first of all, tried and true for my clients, for people I teach style to, because in case you didn't know, I'm a co-founder and co-owner of a fashion educational online platform called Me, and this one has a lot of courses. All of them are fashion related courses, and one of them is Style DNA, which is basically a course on how to find one's style. So the video I'm about to start and the series I'm about to start is definitely tried and true. It's definitely very experience driven. It's definitely something that's worked for a lot of people. But obviously also let me know in the comments below your questions, maybe concerns, something that you'd like me to feature in my next series videos about this topic, maybe something that I've missed in this video that you'd like to know and experience more, get to know more, etc., etc. And without further ado, let's get started with this topic. The wait is over. The sign up for the annual most extensive fashion forecasting webinar called Trendbook 2024 is now open. An event that thousands of participants have already experienced. An event where in more than 4 hours and over 500 pages of reports, we delve into our details of the fashion industry's future of the next year. Trendbook is an absolute must-have for stylists, journalists, merchandisers, PR professionals, brand owners, and fashion enthusiasts. We will discuss prints, fabrics, colors, textures, all the fashion silhouettes for the next year for each and every fashion category, macro and micro trends in the fashion world. Also must-haves for the next year in terms of fashion on things that will go out of fashion for 2024. We will explore all the new and fresh styling methods as well as tricks and tips on how to make your outfit more interesting and current. You'll receive more than 30 complete outfit formulas for each and every season. All participants also receive an enormous Trendbook 2024 PDF document with more than 500 pages along with the webinar's recording. As always, the number of spots at an early bird price is pretty limited, so hurry up. Registration and all the webinar info is going to be via the link below. As per usual, I've got my list over here, and everything's very strategic for me about style. Everything's very strategic. I feel like people approach style in a way that doesn't guarantee result, specifically because they approach style as like an unserious topic, as something to be unserious and casual with. And I feel like style, the most important thing about style in your closet, it has to reflect who you are as a person, what you want, what your lifestyle is. And it's absolutely impossible to do that without paying close attention to each and every step of the way. If you're doing it casually and if you're doing it very offhandedly, you won't get a second-hand, not very doable result, if you know what I mean. If you do not put a lot of effort into that thing, you will not get a lot of feedback from it. So like everything in life, the best things come with a bit of a struggle, but I'll make my goal over here to make it as painless as possible for you. Today's series is going to be focused on your wardrobe, your lifestyle, and your goals for the specific wardrobe that you have. And the first thing that I need to address for sure is that I'm pretty positive that the whole thing about you need one specific style for your whole life, what's your style, it's absolute load of bullshit. I feel like we as people, specifically women, we have hormones fluctuating in our body, and therefore we have a lot of personality, so to speak, within us. So from one day to another, to say that you have the same mindset, the same lifestyle, the same character, the same personality, the same willingness to live and stuff, the same mood is absolutely not true. Therefore, I feel like each and every person will have 2 to 3 main characteristics to them, main personalities in them. And this is the essence of the practice that I've developed through working with my clients called personality style, which I describe in detail in our online course, Style DNA, and also online course, Personal Stylist, a course for personal stylists. I digress. So the first thing that you need to get rid of is the notion that you need to have only one specific style, that you cannot get away from that style. You need to have everything in one stylistic direction, everything classy, everything romantic. On the opposite, on the contrary, actually, when you have a look that consists only of one stylistic direction, so everything that's very classical, everything that's very sporty, everything that's very chic, etc., it looks very boring, it looks very one-dimensional. Therefore, you will need to have multiple styles within your closet and also multiple personality essentials in your closet to express yourself, and in order for your outfits to look more alive and to be more practical and interesting to the eye and to yourself as well. So the first thing that you need to start with is you need to determine what you want to convey with your style. Essentially, what you need to do is to think who you are as a person and what adjectives describe who you are as a person, your personality, your character. I veer on the side of like one-worded adjectives. Let's say you're bright, romantic, active, social, homey, serious, more official, less serious, etc. So something that describes who you are as a person. That's the first step. Just describe who you are as a person. Then the next thing that you need to do when you've done this is actually group these adjectives from a point of likeness. For example, romantic, tender, flowy, blah, blah, blah is going to be one specific adjective group. Then the next group of adjectives is going to be sexy, dramatic, daring, etc. And then the next one would be, for example, childish, boyish, tomboyish, not serious, funny, sporty, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be the next group of adjectives. And there's going to be some that are like very far and few out of there that are not going to go into any of these, and these are just going to be like supporting adjectives. And then you will discover that basically you will have a tag group, like main 3 tag groups. One is going to be very like romantic, one is going to be, let's say, dramatic, and one is going to be very classic. Those 3, let's say, are going to be your main style personalities, and you are going to work your closet and your style around these personalities, because basically this is going to be a representation of you, who you are, and your main moods, lifestyle needs, etc. And these are going to be your main tag clouds for your personality style. You've done this, set this aside. Then we have the next step. Understand what in your wardrobe aligns with the list above. So basically you have the adjectives and the whole kind of idea behind them. And on the screen right now, I'm going to give you the adjectives and which stylistic personality they go to. Romantic, dramatic, classic, tomboyish, and infantile. So something that's very like baby-ish in terms of style, very cartoonish, one would say, even like very unserious. And all of these things have specific adjectives that kind of go along with them. So one thing that you need to do right now is look at your closet once you have these figured out, the whole style personalities, and look at things that you have in your closet, because basically what you will see is going to be the answer to the everlasting question of, I don't have anything to wear, what do I wear? Because you will actually discover, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, that the things in your closet actually do not correspond with these tag clouds. Because you will have, for example, you've discovered that you have 2 main personality styles, and those are let's say classic, and then romantic. But the majority of things in your closet are very dramatic or overly glamorous, like dresses and stuff, etc. And they are actually not corresponding to who you are as a person. And therefore you have nothing to wear, because the things in your closet you've bought because they look beautiful and good and they fit someone, models, fashion influencers, etc., or they looked good in the website's pictures, but they actually do not represent who you are. And therefore when you actually open your closet, you see absolutely nothing that works for you, and therefore you have nothing to wear, because you have a lot of clothes, but they do not necessarily work with who you are as a person, if you understand what I'm saying. So when you do that, when you open your closet and you discover things that do not work and correspond with who you are as a person, with your personality style, you need to actually get rid of those things that do not correspond with this, because they take up space and they actually create an illusion that you have more things than you actually have that are wearable. And obviously, if we're talking about a romantic person or a classic person, as I've previously stated, you do not need all of these items in the whole outfit to be romantic. So if you're in a romantic mood, if you have a romantic personality style as one of your personality styles, you don't need all of your outfit to be 100% romantic. On the contrary, you actually have to have something that's at least on the opposite stylistic direction or a different style. So a couple of romantic pieces, but one classic, or a couple of romantic pieces or one romantic piece, but the others are kind of basic / classic or even sporty. That's the essence. So you need to have other styles in your closet to complement your main personality style. But those who are absolutely, totally diagonally different from who you are, you need to get rid of. And the next step that we have, you look at your closet once again and you compare your closet to your lifestyle needs. Because let's say at the moment you spend 50% of your time at home and 50%, let's say, at work, and your work has a very casual approach to dress codes, so you can wear whatever, but at home you have to be comfy and you want to be stylish. But in your closet you have, let's say, 40% of evening gowns, very classy dresses, cocktail dresses, etc., or like summery dresses when you're living in a totally different climate, because you're so excited about summer, and all of us are so excited about summer, but you have summer only 3 months a year, and you have a full summer closet when you have, like, let's say 9 months of demi-season, wintry, autumny season climate, but you have a very limited amount of pieces for that specific season because you're not as excited about this season. So you need to look at your life, where you live, what's your climate and your lifestyle, and compare it. Create a diagram of your lifestyle. Let's say 30% of the time you spend at home, then 10% you have at parties, and then 40% you have at work, etc. And then do the same diagram for your closet. And once you compare the two, you will see the difference between them. And this is where you need to work with eliminating stuff that don't work for you in your closet and adding stuff that work for you personality-wise, style-wise, and also lifestyle-wise. This is where we start. And the last thing we need to do is also to think of the future and things you want to change. In terms of personality, maybe, just maybe, you have a plan to be more outgoing, you have a plan to switch up your workflow, you have a plan to spend more time in the future at work, or you want to actually change something. You've been dressing very casually to work and now you actually want to amp up your look and be more official, be more dress codey, be more professional, etc. Therefore, you actually, even though your closet represents your current goals for your work clothes, you actually want to add something in order to feel more official, more put together in your future work self. This is also one important thing that you need to note in creating a map of your closet. So to summarize everything that we've said today, the first step is to define your personality styles. Which ones are they and what do they encompass? And also, one important thing that I need to mention is the ability to read clothes, because otherwise you would not be able to compare your personality style and clothes. So when you look at a clothing item, what adjective comes to mind when you're looking at it? Let's say a romantic blouse, or a sexy leather pant, or a classic pant, etc., etc. So whenever in the future you're looking to buy something or you're looking to get rid of something in your closet, you know exactly what this item means, what this basically says, and how it corresponds or doesn't correspond with your lifestyle, your personality style, etc., etc. So whenever you're looking at an item online, you know if it works for you or not. You don't just look at it and think, oh, it looks pretty on the model. You think of it and you're looking at it, oh, this dress is very beautiful, but it's too romantic for me because my main personality styles are classic and tomboyish. So it looks beautiful, but it would take a lot of effort for me to create my personality style outfit out of this dress. I will need to get some like a pair of sneakers and socks and style it with a hobo bag and a sporty blazer or a sporty, let's say, bomber, etc., to make it more tomboyish for my liking. And because it takes so much effort, it just doesn't make sense for me to purchase this one. As opposed to before, you looked at it and you were like, oh, beautiful dress, it's going to fit me perfectly, therefore I'm buying it. And one thing to note is never an item, a clothing item fitting you perfectly is an indication that you need to buy it. Because this is not the first thing you need to make sure that works for you. The first thing, the filter that the item needs to go through is your personality style and your lifestyle. And only then the quality of the item you're purchasing and the way it fits you. This is the last step, never the first step. Never the first step. So whenever the next time you're going to like a fitting room with your girlfriend, you're trying on items in a store and she's, oh, this dress fits you perfectly, you need to buy this one. No. You need to first look into it. What does this dress say? What are the adjectives for this dress? What are your main adjectives? Does this work with this? And only then you're looking at the way this dress fits you. So yeah, this is the first step. Lifestyle, personality style, auditing your closet to match your lifestyle and personality style, and learning how to read clothes and learning how to speak the clothes language in order to proceed with our beautiful journey to finding one's personality style and one's eternal style, and understanding ourselves and the way clothes represent who we are. And yeah, this is it for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've liked this one, if this was understandable and digestible, and let me know in the comments below which questions you have now for this whole topic, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!